It's hot. It's another hot one, guys. Welcome back, you guys, to another episode. This is episode, I believe, 15. I'm like losing track, I feel, at this point.
You're
right?
on track. It's 15.
Episode 15.
Woo-hoo.
And we have a lot to talk about. I have a lot to talk about.
Okay. I'm here for it.
So, did you watch the whole little series thing that TMZ has on Diddy?
No, I heard of it and I meant to watch it, so please tell me all about it.
I don't want to keep talking about Diddy or whatever, but you know, things keep popping up.
They keep unfolding.
Yeah, and I feel like it sucks because I'm watching every little thing, and I feel like it's also a distraction to something because they keep throwing things out. I don't know what they're distracting us from, but I feel like there is something else out there going on that they're throwing the Diddy thing out so much. But so I watched it. And, I mean, most of the things that they threw on there was things that everybody already knows, obviously, because of, like, the court records and stuff like that happened. I want to say, let me look up my notes real quick, because I took down notes on certain things that...
So this is the one that Tubi picked up, because I know Netflix
picked up. So what happened is there was, like, a
Cent.
rivalry between 50 and TMZ. And Netflix picked up 50 Cent's version, and then TMZ just went with Tubi.
So where did the beef go wrong between 50 and Pete and Diddy?
So with what I heard is because P. Diddy was with 50's baby mama.
After 50 was done with her?
Yeah. Is what everyone's talking about. I don't know too much of like that drama in there, but that's the word.
Because he's the main one that's tearing him down.
Which I have to say, like, people are saying that they're mad. He's mad because P. Diddy took his baby mom or whatever. That's not the case. It's the case of him knowing that he put his hands on his baby mom. That's his child's mother. And I have to give it to 50 for defending his child's mother. Because there's many men out there that would not even blink a fucking eye knowing that their baby mom, you know, is getting their ass beat by someone else. So the fact that he's doing everything that he could to defend and to make other women heard because, you know, his child's mom went through something.
And not only that, I'm sure he just wants to expose him.
Yeah.
And coming from him is a reliable source.
Yeah.
You know?
I gotta fix these pillows, man. So, I'm watching it, and there was a lot of interesting things on there. Pretty much... like his bodyguards, for instance, there was like I believe like 2 bodyguards that talked already about like things that they seen or witnessed or heard or whatever. They said that P. Diddy definitely indeed did beat the women he was with. He wouldn't do it in front of you, but what happened is they would go in a room to talk or whatever. You would hear arguing, and then when they came out that room, they didn't come out looking the same way they did before going into that room, meaning as the girl's hair was probably fucked up.
Yep. After seeing that video of Cassie, I believe every single woman that says that he beat him.
Yeah, me too.
Beat her.
Me too. They even talked about Kim Porter. He was like, I'm trying to find his name exactly because we want to know. Yeah, I want to come correct and. So Mark Curry, so he's the one that was like, yeah, definitely if Diddy did do it, he wouldn't do it in front of you, he would do it all behind closed doors. He said he remembers incidents of Kim Porter and how, you know, they would go in the room and then she would come out. There was times where he would see her again after a day, like they had, let's say they were all hanging out and they had an argument today, and then tomorrow when he's seen them again, like she's like, oh, I broke my arm because I fell on the boat or something. Like they'll have some kind of excuse. So he was like, definitely something. Obviously 3 people after Cassie, 3 other women came forward with accusations.
Oh, I bet.
Including one woman who claims she was gangbanged by him and other gang members when she was only 17 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate giving this man exposure, but I want him to get everything that he deserves. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Little Rod is another one who accused Diddy. Everybody knows that one.
We talked about that.
Stevie J was defending the shit out of fucking Diddy. Like, oh my God, he was just like, oh, he wouldn't do that. He's not like that. Like, come on, I saw him all the time. Like, he was just like defending him.
Maybe you didn't witness certain things because he's a closet abuser.
Right. He was talking shit about 50, how, he's a fucking, pretty much saying like he's like lying, like he's a liar.
He's a snitch or something.
Yeah. There's another one. Oh, Suge Knight. Oh. That's one. So they interviewed Suge Knight on the phone because
I'm scared of him.
You know that Suge Knight and Diddy were rivals, and I was shocked by what Suge Knight said, which I was just it threw me off.
I'm curious.
He wasn't like happy to hear that was going on. He said he's not happy to hear that. Like it makes him sad to know that that's going on. He's like that. He was like that. It's sad for both sides, for Diddy and for the victims. Like
really, because Diddy's lived out his good life.
Yeah,
until now.
That's what I was saying. I was like, first of all, like what? Like I thought he would have been like, he got what he deserves. Like, fuck that ninja. You know what I mean? That's what I expected him to say. Not like, oh, yeah, it's sad. It's sad to hear. I get it because he was saying it puts a big damper on the hip hop side of everything. And
wasn't Suge Knight somehow involved, or his name was involved between like Biggie and Tupac or something like that?
All the stuff the drama between Diddy and anyone else that was signed to them. It's just, I don't know. I feel like at this point, give me some new info that's gonna make me be like, what? Or wow.
Give me some more video clips.
Yeah.
So we could keep
come forward. Now, one thing that not struck me, but stayed with me was how Cassie said for him to implement fear on the woman, he would make them carry his gun in their purse. Who does that remind you of?
I don't know.
J-Lo. The time that the shooting happened at the club, his gun was in her purse.
I do remember now.
And she was arrested along with him that day because this girl got shot in the club in her face, on her nose. With that gun. So J-Lo was arrested.
I remember that. I remember
and charged. Yeah. So after that whole thing was when her and Diddy kind of like went their ways.
Yep.
But yeah, so I know now I started thinking, I'm like, yeah, she definitely went through some shit with him, and I feel like she is the way she is now probably because of things she went through. And I don't want people to be like going after her, but asking like, because nobody wants to relive that shit, that moment. Like, Cassie is reliving that now that it's like out there, and that has to suck.
Some people have buried it and they don't want it to resurface. They don't want to deal with it. Yeah, they're over it,
and that's understandable. Because I know if I went through something like that, I wouldn't want it circling around where I'm going to continuously see it, or people crop it and like, in different forms, you're going to keep seeing it. And I just want to say, I think I'm going to be done with Diddy for now until something new comes up. But I just watched that because, again, I thought I would have something juicy in there, different. Besides, it was nice to see like old security guards talk, and the whole like the Meek Mills thing came up, and how like what happened, and he said what happened was that one of the bodyguards, they were outside chilling, and one of the other, they put the phone outside the door recording. So it's
there's crazy. Like nobody can verify that audio video came from that, you know what I mean?
But anyways, moving on. And also, since I was talking about J-Lo, did you watch the new movie she did called Atlas?
No, I had saw like a trailer on Facebook, but I didn't watch it. Did you watch it?
I sure did. I watch everything she's in. I don't give a fuck. A lot of people don't like her, but she's talented. She's a talented woman. I feel like she's gone through shit, so that's why she is the way she is, and she has to have that hard shell.
Could be, or it could just be her character.
Or it could be her character. There's some people that just got that bitch face all the time, and you don't be seeing everybody getting mad at you. But it was really good. It was all about like AIs, like it's like kind of futuristic.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it. I loved it so much. She did so good. I feel like when she does like these action movies, she's so good at it.
She is a great actress.
I'll give her that. So good at like these type of movies.
Regardless of how she is in person or how they claim she is, you got to give it to her. She is talented.
Yep. All right, another thing I want to talk about, another movie. Have you guys watched the new trailer for Beetlejuice?
Oh my god.
Because
over
we have.
and over. I cannot wait. September cannot come fast enough.
I'm so excited. I've been buying Beetlejuice gear little by little.
You know everybody's gonna be Beetlejuice something for Halloween this year.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be
It's gonna be Beetlejuiced out. I'm gonna have some kind of
in October when we record every week for October. We should be something different.
We are. Okay. I was thinking of that. So I think we're gonna do that. We're gonna have like, I don't know what we're gonna call our October little series. If you guys have any ideas, let us know down below, like what we should name our little series for October, because we got to get that ready from now. But we're definitely gonna dress up every week in October.
Yep.
So be ready for that. Are you thirsty? Because I got something for you.
What you got?
So I bought these. These are called Aspire, and they're healthy energy drinks. Let me show you guys real quick. There is a mango lemonade, and then this one is raspberry acai. Ooh. Which one do you want?
I don't know. You pick one because
I don't care. I've tried them all.
Which one do you like better?
I like both of these. These are my two favorites.
I'll take mango.
You want mango? Okay. So these are something I've been drinking since I've been on a low carb diet. I'm not on a crazy diet or anything like that. I figured when I want to lose weight, I have to do low carb because, you know, I don't want to deprive myself from anything. And this is
great tasting, healthy energy, and focus.
I've been drinking this for the past 2 weeks now. And I don't get like bloated or anything like I do with coffee.
Oh, nice.
So
there's biotin.
Yeah, girl.
About to get some hair growth.
Yeah. So it has exactly like what you would drink if you drink a cup of coffee. Like when it comes to caffeine. Yeah.
80 milligrams, like a cup of coffee.
Yep. It's vegan. It's kosher friendly for any of you that do kosher like little diets. Gluten free, soy free, and keto friendly. Ooh. So yeah.
Well, I the B12.
Mm-hmm.
Want me to open it?
Sure.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers. I've been a person who loves energy drinks. That was good. As we're sipping on the mic. Sorry, guys. We're just enjoying this drink. It's so good.
And I can taste the green tea in it.
So, I've been drinking this for like the past 2 weeks, and I like it. And usually it says, like, if you're sensitive to caffeine, not to drink it, but I'm one that's sensitive to caffeine, and this has been okay.
Good. It has a light sparkling effect.
Yeah, that's why I like it.
I like it. Thank you.
Yes. So, yeah, that's another thing I wanted to share with you guys. So, this, well, not this, but the next coming weeks, you guys, we're going to start sharing some snacks. I think next episode we're going to share with you guys some snacks that we like to eat when we're like trying to be good. Like healthy. When we're eating, cleaner or healthier or whatever. Because I feel like sometimes there's people that want a snack but they don't know what they want to eat.
Right, so we'll try it first and we'll give you an honest opinion.
Yeah, we'll try it and then we'll let you guys know if we liked it or not. And also I'll share some stuff that I do now that I am low carb, but I still need those snacks, especially during the times when you get your monthly friend, you know, like
you're supposed to bulk up on.
That's the worst time for me, because I crave sweet or I crave chocolate or I crave just carbs, you know, and I found some stuff. Okay. Another thing I want to discuss. I feel like this is going to be all about shit that's been happening all around. I think it's called the Khan's red carpet. Did you see like things that were like little clips that were going around online that people were sharing of like shit that went down about pretty much the Dominican actress Maciel Taveras.
The Jesus the Jesus tail of the dress.
Yes, girl.
And something about a security guard said something.
So it's the same security guard that was on the site. It was a lady. And
with Kelly Rowland, I heard.
Okay, Kelly Rowland got into it with her too. Yeah. Because I think what it was is, I don't want to. It seemed like online they made it seem that all the Caucasian people, all the white people, they were able to live that red carpet life, just nobody bothering them. They walked up the steps and they're waving, taking photos or whatever and whatever. But I felt like when it was all of the minorities, because it wasn't just black or Spanish, the Asians as well, they were like rushing them up the stairs, like, you gotta go, you gotta go, you gotta go, you gotta go. So like that's what they were doing to her dress. They kept picking it up. But I think the reason why they weren't showing her dress is because of the Jesus.
I mean, what did Jesus do?
Because Jesus was on her train.
Right.
And, you know, if she's proud of Jesus and she feels like he helped her get where she's at, let her fucking show him. You got fucking Lil Nas X fucking worshiping the devil and people won't say shit about that, okay? Going to the fucking award show and shit. But then someone wants to sit there and put Jesus out there because that's who they feel that is their you know, higher power. Let them be.
But since when did Jesus become a problem?
I don't know.
If you're able to express yourself, and some people can identify as a cat, like let her show Jesus on her train.
Yeah, they were saying, I don't know, on TikTok, because I always go there for all the tea. They were saying that Jesus hadn't been shown on that type of red carpet in 77 years.
Did they find it offensive because it was just like in a regular person's dress and not like in a church? Like, what was a big deal?
It shouldn't matter.
Right. No,
I don't think it should matter. I think it was just like they say, LA now is all like demonic. It's demonic shit in LA. Well, not LA, but Hollywood. Hollywood is all demonic shit. I don't know if that's true, but that's what everybody paints it to be, unfortunately. And they kind of like showed that to be true with the way they were rushing her off, and they legit kept picking up her little trail.
Her train?
Oh, her train. Her trail. Her train. And they legit were just like, they wouldn't pick it up from, like, if you want her to help her go up the stairs, you would hold it at the end, right?
Yeah, and open it
and
up.
open it up. No, they were legit grabbing it from the middle and just like, almost like trying to fold it so that you couldn't see what the image was. That's what I got from the clips. You guys watch that clip or those little clips and tell me what you think in the comments. Please tell us what you think.
We live in a social media day and age, so no matter how much you rush somebody, we still are going to see that picture and that image and that, you know, beautiful Dominican. What was she, an actress or something?
Yep, she's an actress. Yep. Do you love when you can shop a site and it's like a one-stop shop? Then, sweetie, you need to check out Troubled Beauty Unlimited. There are so many options. I can't even tell you what's my favorite since I love it all. From their beautiful press-on nails that are handmade and reusable. Yes, you heard that right, reusable. You can also find jewelry that's affordable and worth buying. And if you are into those DIY at home lash extensions, then baby, look no further. Go check this small Latina owned business out at www.troubledbeautyunltd.bigcartel.com. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. Another thing I want to talk about is this show that I used to watch real quick, because this show, I feel like I don't hear anyone talk about it, and it was a very interesting show. Have you ever watched Extreme Sisters?
No.
It's a show. Oh my God, it's a good show.
Must be on TLC.
It is.
They got all those.
It is. So, I just want to point, so there was two sisters. I want to say there were two sets of sisters. One, there were two black women, and I love them. And, you know, they're very close, and they did all kinds of stuff together. They were always together. Like, the husband got barely time with his wife because them sisters was always together. And then there was two other ones that I think they might be like Ukrainian, or I forgot what they are, but they both shared one man.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, I think I saw something like that. Are they twins?
Yes.
I think I saw. I mean, I didn't watch the show, but I think I saw a clip. Were they blonde?
No, they have dark hair.
Okay.
So these twins, right? They consider themselves almost as one. They say that they're twins, but they feel like they're one, right? So I'm laughing because when they're cleaning, like, one of them will be vacuuming and the other one will be standing next to her pretending she's vacuuming, doing the same motions.
What? That is so weird. Maybe she's just trying to get an arm workout and stuff. Like.
No, she says everything that she does, she has to do. Like, whatever one does, the other one has to do as well.
Oh, I don't even want to ask the question I was about to ask.
Sex.
Yeah.
So, He has to have sex with one and then go with the other one right after. Like he can't wait.
Oh my god! Did you hear about those conjoined twins? One of them got married.
Yeah, but they're attached, so they both got married.
No, that's not her. The other one's husband.
They can't have two husbands. How's that gonna work?
Nope. What? Nope.
No.
Nope. She ain't married. Only one is. And when they have intercourse, the other one like reads a book or something.
Oh.
No! I'm serious!
How? I don't know. I don't. Like, close your eyes, because I'm about to get down.
Hoo-ha.
I'm like, let's get it on. He married two. He got two for the price of one. Oh, that's not nice. Two for the price of one. Listen, you can't just marry one. You marry two. At that point.
Supposedly, it's just one. And the other person just...
Well, they share a vagina, and what I heard is only one can feel what goes on in the vagina.
Maybe it's that one sister he married, and maybe that's why the other one's reading a book. Oh my god! I hope they don't watch this. They're gonna make. Oh.
It's not funny, but this is interesting things to talk about. Like, I would like to know, like, do they both feel, or does only
you
one?
Just said only one feels?
Well, that's what I heard, but I want to know if it's true.
I don't want them to see this and hear us laughing at it.
We don't mean to laugh. No, listen, guys, don't take us serious, because, you know, there's serious things that we should be serious about, but we laugh. We make a joke out of stuff. We're what is it? Comedic.
Yeah. But
I don't ever want anyone to watch this and think that we're offensive or we're bashing or anything like that. We're just having fun.
We're just curious, and a lot of times when we're curious and we look at the other person's facial expressions, it just makes us laugh. Like,
I can't be serious around her. I just can't.
Like, those girls are amazing.
And you know what? Everyone deserves love. Everybody deserves to find someone, but I just feel like it's so wrong for him to say I married one and not the other one. Like, they're together.
He don't believe in polygamy. He could be a religious man. He only gonna marry one.
Like, there's no other man that's gonna want to marry the other one and share with the other guys.
Listen.
Oh, well,
in
maybe.
this day and age,
maybe
there is. The
okay,
other one
you're
is,
right.
The other
you're
one
right.
is already engaged, probably as we speak.
You know what? You're right.
Okay.
You're right.
Moving on. Leave them girls alone.
So, but besides that, I was like the twins. Back to the twins.
Mm-hmm.
So they were trying to get pregnant.
At the same time.
They had to get pregnant at the same time. They kept saying, we want to get pregnant. They went to the doctor. The doctor's like, that's not possible. Like, one of y'all could get pregnant and the other one might not get pregnant.
Right.
And, you know, I think they were trying. I mean, this guy got to be tired. Because that's
seriously.
two. And then you have the two of the same attitudes.
Seriously.
He's going to grow
double
a lot
trouble.
Of gray hairs. Mm-hmm. Woo.
So did they get pregnant?
I'm sorry. So when I last watched, I could have sworn one of them was already pregnant.
Uh-oh, the other one's mad.
And the other one... So I stopped there. I don't know what happened. I think one was pregnant and one wasn't. I'm not sure. But it was a very interesting show. And I feel like if you have a sister, you should watch it. Because, like, I used to think before that we were, like, those extreme sisters.
Yeah.
But when I saw that show, I was like, they won.
No.
They won.
Just like that show about, like, the mom and daughter where they're, like, sometimes they'll be sharing a bath together. I'm like, ew. On TLC. I forgot what it's called.
No, thank you. No, we're not doing that over here. No. So, I went to physical therapy today, and we started the podcast late today because, obviously, I was running late. And I have to say that my session was, like, 2 hours long.
Wow. How did that feel?
Amazing.
Did you get cupping done?
No, I didn't get cupping done, but I did get the dry needling done.
Did that hurt?
No.
Do you have pokes on you?
So I got it on my face. Behind my ear, and like in the nape of my neck here. No, you're not gonna see anything because it's so small. Mm-hmm. But you know, I thought it was like acupuncture, but it's not. It's not the same. It's different. But I suffered a really bad migraine this past weekend. Oof. And it sucks. So I let her know that, you know, my migraine was so bad. Mm-hmm. And, you know, with the vertigo and stuff that I have, migraines is the cause of, like, a lot of the vertigo as well. So I did that, and I don't know, but I feel like this weird relief. Like at first, it felt weird. I was like, "Ooh, like what is that going on?" But like right here on my neck and
The nape of your neck.
it's like no, right on my neck here,
Uh-huh.
my muscle or my nerve was just like
It was
tense.
spasming.
It felt like I had like, you know how people call a blood clot. I felt like I had a clot of like,
It was a muscle spasm.
like it just wasn't going,
Yeah.
flowing, and I feel like that kind of released whatever the hell it releases because it's working.
Good.
I even got like some massaging. My makeup probably looks like shit because I decided to wear my makeup and everything while I was there.
That's fine.
And of course, she's like putting the needles. I'm like, oh great. I'm like, I have makeup on. Is this gonna cause me some issues later? She's like, you might get a little bruising on your face. I was like, I don't give a fuck. If it's gonna help, put them everywhere. She did put one like on my eyebrow, and that kind of hurt. That one hurt. I felt like she put it here, and my leg twitched.
Oh my gosh, you hit like a nerve maybe.
I don't know.
If tomorrow
it doesn't go in deep. That's the thing.
It's just surface needling.
Yeah. So I was like, what the heck? She's like, if anything feels like nervy like that, she's like, we're not going to do it because it's the first time we're doing it. She's like, we'll keep it very, like, simple.
So you think you'll bruise and look like Diddy beat your ass tomorrow?
No.
Okay.
No. I think I'll be okay. I might have, like, a little... Maybe the bruising is kind of like maybe when people get Botox or something.
Do people bruise when they get Botox?
I feel like some people might.
Mm.
I'm not sure. I'm just assuming.
Yeah.
But, yeah, if you guys have not tried dry needling and you need to get, like, some kind of relief for pain, your sciatic nerve, they do it for sciatic nerve.
I need that.
Yeah. So, this place, I was referred there by my doctor, but you don't have to have a referral. You can go there and pay for, like, your sessions. They're amazing. Again, it's ATI. Is the company's name, and they're located on the Allen and Cooley Plaza.
Okay.
So good. So good. I have two of, like, the best, like, people there. I have Donna, who is the one that does most of the cupping. She's freaking amazing. And then I have Megan, which, Nick Juber, I know you said you had her, and I love her. I love her. She's amazing, and... I mean, if I could refer her to everyone, like, she's amazing. I feel like there's some people that go there and they can give, like, a weird review or bad review, but I have nothing bad to say about them. They take their time with me. They don't rush me because, your session is supposed to be, like, an hour long. I was there for 2 hours almost.
That's good.
And not once did they say, oh, your hour's up, we got to get you out of here. No, like, they take their time, and I appreciate that 100%.
Cool.
And now that I'm talking about, like, physical therapy, dry needling, and all this stuff, I want to talk about, like, surgeries for your face. Because I actually watch, like, not surgeries, but facelifts. Because I follow Dr.kassir, and he is an amazing rhinoplasty doctor. He does amazing nose jobs. I follow doctors for years, and I have certain doctors for certain things. Like, the doctor that does the rhinoplasty or good nose jobs, I wouldn't go to them for a tummy tuck or Brazilian butt lift, whatever. I wouldn't, or BBL. But Dr. Kassir, he's located in New Jersey.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And, excuse me. And actually, Snooki went to him for her lip fillers, I believe. But he does great rhinoplasties. Well, he was talking about facelifts and just things to not do if you are planning to get a facelift later on. Number one is threading. You know when people get, like, the threads where it lifts, like, backwards?
Yeah, I've seen, yeah.
He says avoid that. If you're thinking of getting a facelift later on, avoid that, because then when he has to get in there,
then there's, like,
the
lines.
threads are in the way.
Oh.
So, like, yeah, it's a hassle. It just makes it a pain. There was something else. I'm trying to think. Oh, don't get fillers. A lot of people get fillers in here.
Silicone fillers?
Yeah.
Do they
like,
dissolve?
So, they don't really necessarily dissolve. They kind of spread throughout your face and become thinner. And what happens is it becomes like this sticky, tacky little thing. So he said when people get fillers, it ruins the whole process because then he has to scoop all that shit out.
So what about lip fillers?
Lip fillers different, but people get fillers in here.
Yeah,
in their cheeks.
To get those big apple cheeks.
Well, the reason why they get those apple cheeks is because the reason why people get fillers is because they don't want this down here, the lines and stuff. So they get fillers, and what happens is the filler goes here. It moves. Oh. It doesn't stay where it needs. And you're not supposed to put fillers here. So that's why they end up with those big ass like cheeks and shit.
And then it drops it, and then you look like a bulldog.
It just looks so bad. He says to avoid that because it just makes the process hell. Do not get that because it makes the job a lot harder for the surgeon that's going to do your facelift. Mm-hmm. They have to go in and scoop shit out. Ew. And most likely it's going to cost you a lot more than the original price for anyone else. So if you have someone else that went for a facelift and they told you, I paid this much, and then you go and they tell you a whole other price because after the fact they had to do all that extra work, you can't get mad. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He also said to avoid the red lights that people use like in their face because he said something about that light thins your skin.
Well, I'm glad you said something because I saw something.
What are they called? Ultraviolet lighting? No, not ultraviolet.
No, but I know what you're talking about, that red light therapy thing.
Red light therapy, yes.
I actually saw like an advertisement and I was like, oh, maybe I should look into that. Like those masks. You can buy a whole mask. I'm glad you said something.
Well, I just learned that. I'm like, that's good because I was actually thinking of like trying one that is for your face that it's like you want to slim this down and you take the thing and it has the red light. He's like, avoid that if you're thinking of getting a facelift in the future because it thins out your like skin.
And then they have no skin to pull.
Yeah. So I was like, wow, this is like interesting stuff. Like I said, if you guys don't follow him, look him up. His name is Dr.kassir. I'll actually put the spelling down below here on the screen for you guys so that you guys can go ahead and follow him. Or I'll even in the description box, if you click where it says more right under this video, it'll have all the things that I'll like, links and stuff that if I mention anything in the videos, they're always in there. But yeah, I thought that was very interesting, and I was like, I have to talk about that because and there's so many influencers that use all these like red light things and red light therapy, and I had no idea that.
But is it okay to use for people that don't want to get a facial in the future?
Yeah, if you don't think you want to get a facelift or anything like that in the future, then, do your thing, girl. Put the red light, whatever it is that you want. Up. But I don't know if it's every red light. I didn't necessarily watch I did watch his video where he was talking about it, but I didn't necessarily write down exactly which light it was, but I'm thinking it's the red light that, a lot of skincare things have.
Well, I'm sure if they really want to know, they can click on that link below.
And watch the video. Mm-hmm. He's an awesome rhinoplasty doctor, so if you're looking to get a nose job or whatever, look him up. I think he's an amazing doctor for that.
So I watched this show. I'm not sure if you heard of it. It's called Ashley Madison, and it was on Netflix. I didn't know anything about this, but it came out like in the early 2000s, and it was a dating site for married people who wanted to cheat. It was supposed to be super confidential.
Okay.
Where, they had put on the bottom that it was like, they had like the highest security, and it's super confidential, and so people were there like putting their real names, their credit card information. Well, anyways.
Credit card information?
Oh, yes. You had to pay for tokens in order to respond to certain people. That's how that dating site made money. Like, if you messaged somebody and it linked up and you wanted to keep talking, you had to buy in to keep using coins to talk to that person.
What?
So, anyways, I guess it grew to, like, millions of followers. Like, in 2015... a hacker hacked into their system and said, you have 30 days to shut this whole dating thing down because what you're doing is ruining marriages and all this stuff.
Oh, my God.
And they were scrambling. They had, like, cybersecurity people from, like, Sweden coming in trying to find out who the hacker was. Bottom line, they couldn't pinpoint who the hacker was. And the 30 days came, so they were just waiting to call the bluff. And he unleashed into the black market everybody's like email that was involved and stuff like that. There was a YouTuber that was Christian that him and his Christian family did YouTube videos of him and his wife, and so he got leaked. Supposedly Snooki's husband Giovanni's email was there, like Hunter Biden, like a lot of celebrities. She denied it.
Wait,
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which,
Mm-hmm.
you know what's weird? Because I still watch Jersey Shore.
Me too.
And he has not been on an episode in a while.
This was like, it leaked. I want to say it was in 2016. Supposedly, this site is still. It was sold to another company.
He hasn't been on in a while. Where it got to the point where people thought that she was going through a divorce because he hasn't been on. Everyone else's spouses are on the show.
Except for Polly's took a break. His girlfriend or fiance took a break because she had beef with Angelina, but she's coming back next season.
Coming back. But still,
she denied it though. Whenever his email got leaked, because they hacked, they had everybody's names and everything. Hillary Clinton's brother and all this shit like that was on there.
This is juicy.
Snooki denied it, and she said, like, no, there's no way possible. If my husband wanted to cheat on me, he could just cheat on me. He doesn't need an app to do it. But people confided in this app because it was, like, super confidential. Oh, shit. And so that hacker leaked everybody. And they lost tons of, like, followers. But I guess somebody else bought it, and it's still lingering around. And the reason why they picked the name Ashley and Madison was because at that time in the early 2000s, those were the top 2 female names, like to name your daughter. So, but like some people got exposed, and it was years later because even that Christian YouTuber, was done with it. He had met people and hooked up with them too. And at first he denied it, and he put a P. Diddy video out there of like, I'm never met with anybody. You know, it was just a stupid mistake, but he did.
I was intoxicated.
Yeah. Grika. I hate it so much.
I can't stand to see his face. Like, I was watching this little series thing that TMZ put, and I was getting so pissed off.
Once you know he's a liar.
And it's not even about what he's done now. It's just seeing his fucking face.
Because once you know somebody is a liar, it's like when they're talking and you can just...
Yeah.
You can just see the bullshit.
You can see the bullshit right through them.
Through the face. Yeah.
It's sad because... Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. Can we go back? Are you done about this? Yes. I don't want to interrupt you.
I'm done. That was it.
Giovanni. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Bendito nene, what? You got caught.
But like, his wife don't believe it, so.
She most likely knows what went down, and I think that's why they became so, like, you're not going to be on TV anymore. Like, there's... Because, first of all, how are you going to go cheat, first of all? And tú la celaba de Vinny. There was a time where Vinny and her were going to be in a thing together, and she couldn't even sit next to Vinny because he didn't want her to.
And the thing is, like, this hacker hacked into the system. So every email that was connected had been on that site. So I don't know how somebody can be like, no, that wasn't me. That wasn't my email. Somebody else used my email. You know?
Listen, if something like that was to happen and my spouse's email's on there... It's already out there. There's nothing you can do about it. Like, everybody's seeing it. Nowadays, it's so hard to hide anything. And you know what I would do? I would do, like, those moms that do the video with their daughters that do some stupid shit, and then they're, like, putting them on the spot. I would do that with my man. I would put a video. I'm like, now, tell them.
Tell Ashley and tell Madison, stupido. Fucking cabrón. Anyways, I like Snooki. So, I mean...
I love Snooki. I call my mom Mama Snooks because she looks like she could be Snooki's real mom. She's not, what's her background again? I forgot.
Ecuador?
No, not
Nicaragua?
Ecuador. No. Not Guatemalan.
Maybe. It's one of them. It's not Costa Rican.
No, it's not Costa Rican.
We'll figure it out.
Well, anyways, it's her Puerto Rican Snooki, Mama Snooki. My mom is definitely Mama Snooks. I have pictures of her. I don't know if I should insert a photo so people can see what I mean. When she would have her little poof. Yep. Yeah, she's Mama Snooks. But going back to the Diddy thing, the interview, I wanted to talk about this, and I was looking at my notes, but I kind of was like skimming through them.
Chilean.
Oh, Chilean. She was Chilean. Okay, so my mom's not Chilean. She's Puerto Rican, but she definitely looks more like she could be Snooki's mom than my mom. But back to the Diddy, TMZ, the Downfall of Diddy. Aubrey O'Day spoke. And, you know, like, I watched the whole, what was it called? Making the Band.
Yeah, and supposedly how she got robbed of her money and all that jazz.
Well, it's not so much of that. Like, they were asking her. So, I don't know why she was here really talking honestly, because when I watched the show Making the Bands, I watched the whole thing when Danity Kane was being like put together and everything like that. And in a sense, Diddy did have a point when he was like, she was out there trying to be all like loosey goosey, thinking she was like Marilyn Monroe when she was going to clubs and shit, like, you know, right, the way she was acting.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of being more conservative, you know, you're in a group, have a little more respect, you know, of yourself and whatever. But I do understand also that she spoke about the abuse that they endured, because he was very like mean to them. He would talk shit about them, about their weight, about anything.
Yeah, that was so common back in the day with everybody.
But that's how the entertainment thing worked. And you know, now people think of it of like mental, like not mental abuse, but like verbal abuse. But honestly, back in the day, we knew how to take constructive criticism. We called it constructive criticism. Now constructive criticism is considered verbal abuse.
Right. I mean, to a certain extent. You know what I mean?
But what extent is someone going to understand when you tell them something and not take it offensive these days?
No, it's true.
Because if someone's, let me tell you something. If I was a judge on something, and a talent show, it could be a talent show, I go hard and I take that shit serious. I don't give a shit if the person is 10 years old. I'm going to say, you know what? The 6-year-old did a better job. You're still doing great. I appreciate you coming here and performing. Your performance or whatever was amazing. But, you know, I think I would be like the Simon.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people can't take that type of criticism these days.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree, but I think that some
like,
people,
I wouldn't tell them they suck, obviously, because
No.
that's wrong.
But some people really need that constructive criticism, because some people in their mind really believe that they are all that in a bag of chips.
They do.
And that's when the Simon Cowells of the world have to be like, you need to hang it up and do something else.
Yeah, like for instance, my kids.
Mm-hmm.
If they try something, right, and I feel like it's not it, like they're not that great at it, and there's other people that do way better, I'm not gonna keep pushing them and say, you know, you're doing great. No, like my kids hate it because I'm very, I'm very constructive. Like I critique shit. I'm gonna let you know, like, you know, if my daughter, for instance, she draws, and whatever, and she'll draw something, and I'm like, you know what, you can fix the nose. If you fix the nose a little bit, it might look a little bit better. Give her some thinner brows. Those eyebrows are a little too thick.
And she's an amazing artist.
You know, I'm not always gonna be like, oh my God, that was amazing. It looks amazing. It looks beautiful. Because with that attitude, they're gonna think they could do a half-assed job, and they're always gonna think that they're doing great.
You don't want to coddle people and give them false, like.
And if my son, like, if he was to do like a dancing, for instance, or something, and I feel like it's not for him, I'm like, you know what? Maybe let's try something else, because the dancing's not working out.
Yeah. No, but I get it.
You
I'm
know?
the same the way. I'm like, that's cool, but what if you did it this way? I think this would be more.
No, but if it's not for them, like I be seeing some parents that they put their kids in dancing, right? Mm-hmm. And these kids have been in dancing for like 3 years, and they still look like they got 2 left feet dancing, right? I get it if they're having fun and it's a socialization thing. Cool, whatever. But don't keep in their head that they're amazing. They're like the best dancer in the world, because they're really gonna believe that. I mean, if they're little,
if they're children,
yes. But as they get older,
right,
you can't continue.
Because you don't want the world criticizing.
I feel by the time they're 10 and up, they get it and they understand it.
Right.
So by that age, you got to start, you know, the criticism got to come in a little bit. Like,
at a certain age, I would rather give my child the criticism than have somebody else give it to them.
That's right. Mm-hmm. That's why I do it, because I prepare them. Same thing for bullying. Like, do you think my kids go to school and if someone was to bully them that they're going to take it serious? No. Because I sit there and crack jokes on them at home. Like, you know, when kids go through that stage when they're first going through puberty and they stink like onions. In my house, I'm like, girl, you smell like Whopper onions. Go put some deodorant on.
Yep.
Like, you know, there's just certain things that you do, and that's it. And, you know, they laugh it off. To them, anything that we say, they laugh it off.
Right,
and
they don't get offended.
They don't get offended. They don't get offended easily. And a lot of people might think, oh, that's so wrong, because, like, kids' feelings, blah, blah, blah. My kids, they know.
I'll never forget when our kids were all like preteens and we were going to the jump park and you said, hold on, let me go into Family Dollar and get some deodorant
And wipies.
Because I'm not hanging around with all these stinky kids in the car.
Nope. I don't play.
She legit had every kid come out the car, use wipies, and then apply deodorant. She's like, okay, sure go, jump.
I bought the mini travel size deodorants, and I was like, let's go. I told them all, get in line. And they're all in line, wiping the armpits, and then deodorant.
Okay, good to go. Go jump. Take your shoes off. Go.
Like, I'd rather I tell them than someone else come and be like, damn, you stink, or whatever, because that's going to hurt them more, in the long run. Mm-hmm. But once they hear it from home, someone else says it, they're going to be like, they're just going to laugh it off and be like, it's fine, I'll get deodorant later, or whatever. You know what I mean? But yeah, so back to, what's her name? Aubrey. So she was talking about that stuff, and he asked her about, like, if she experienced any, like, physical abuse and whatever. But she's like, that she wasn't prepared to talk about that at the moment.
So she did.
Most likely because probably, like, Diddy could fucking sue her if she's talking about stuff without, like, facts or showing receipts. That.
Diddy has people. So.
Yeah, and, she said that she feared for a lot, even her life, out there. But the thing is, the one that I feel that should have been talking or should have been interviewed, which she might not even want to talk, is Andrea. Mm-hmm. She was the first one to quit. And I remember this so much because I love the group. And I was, oh my God, I was rooting for them. And when she decided that she was the first one to, like, say, I'm done. I can't take it no more. I can't do this anymore. Mm-hmm. And they would ask her why. She would just say that she missed her family and she was homesick. And she just, but I know you could see it, the stress in her face. Mm-hmm. Like, there was so much hurt and sadness. And, like, she was going through something so much more deep than what she was saying. And, she left. And I feel like her. She left, but she probably went through shit. She probably was, we don't know if she was sexually abused, whatever whatever they went through behind closed doors that we don't know. And even what's crazy is Aubrey talked about a contract that they had that it said something about, at the end of the contract that if you sign that contract, you can now talk about anything that happened,
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel bad. Like, I loved Danity Kane, but she's on there getting interviewed and talking all this stuff, but she's rocking her Danity Kane necklace.
Well, I'm sure she enjoyed her.
Well, they all did. They loved.
I was gonna say teammates, but her band members.
Their members, yeah, they became very close.
Right.
They were the only ones that could lean on each other.
I'm sure she loved Danity Kane. She just didn't love all the other shit that had to do with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I was just like, I know, but wouldn't that be hard to wear that? Because, yeah, you remember your girls and stuff, but you remember so much bad.
I mean, this might sound bad, but maybe she wore it because people don't remember who she is, so that she just wanted to be like, Danity Kane. I'm Aubrey from Danity Kane.
True. Yeah. Because I feel like something like that would bring a lot of pain or, like, bad.
Because I probably would have recognized her. She was a blonde one, right?
Yeah.
But I haven't seen
her
in
so long. There was two blonde ones on the group. There was two blonde ones. There was Andrea. There was the Morena one. I don't know her name.
Let me look it up.
I don't remember her name, but they were so beautiful. They could sing their asses off. Oh my God! But yeah, I wish that Andrea would, like, speak up finally. Shannon.
Dawn.
And Dawn. Dawn was one of my favorites. Her and Andrea. They were my two favorites. Yep. So I wish that Andrea would speak and say, like, a little bit of, like, what she went through, because, I mean, everyone's talking about it. Unless she signed that contract and she can't say anything.
You can't. Doesn't matter if the world is exposing him.
Yeah.
You can get in trouble.
Well, that's what Aubrey was saying. She's like, I don't know why no one else is talking. She's like, I guess they signed the contract. So maybe Aubrey was smart enough not to sign it.
Mm-hmm. Even though I couldn't speak, I would make it obvious. I'm like, I'm not allowed to speak of that, but if I could, I definitely would.
I would put a box of all the receipts and all the things, and I'll tell someone else to find it, and they can leak it.
There you go.
all the information.
There you go. I'm like, I had nothing to do
That's
with
what
it.
you gotta do, Andrea.
Somebody broke up.
Someone else broke into your house or dug through your shit.
Yep.
And all the stuff is coming out. That's what you gotta do. I'm telling you, these motherfuckers in Hollywood would not fucking survive with my ass because I will fucking eat you alive. I will figure it out. I will figure out ways. Oh, my God. I'm telling you. I'm so glad. You know, at first I was always bummed about not being in the like Hollywood or in the music industry, in the just Hollywood in general, period. But now I'm like, damn, you know what? I'm glad I wasn't as a young girl. I feel like now to be part of that shit, you need to be in your 30s. Fuck 20s because in your 20s you're still like young and dumb.
Yep.
Like you need to be in your 30s because these motherfuckers are trying to fucking like use and abuse like the young minded, and I don't like that shit at all. But I don't know. I would love for more of them to speak up because
I'm sure their
stories deserve to be told and heard, and that's the bottom line. Cause Johanna Rios says so.
Okay, 316 says she just whooped your candy ass.
That's right.
I would slap our things together like he does with the beer, but I don't want to make a mess. Like, do-noon. Yep. Miss those days.
Me too. I was actually talking to Nelson about that, about us watching wrestling when we were younger. I was like, I forgot what we were watching, and I was like, oh my God, Royal Rumble. It was like little clips. And I was like, you know what's crazy? He's like, what? I was like, me and my sister and my brother Tito, we would sit in the living room, and we would kind of like, before someone else is coming out, when it's time for someone else to come out, we'd be like, who do you think is coming? Who do you think? Who do you think? And we'd all name someone and to see who won. Like, it was the coolest shit that we would do. Like, it was random. You know what
I just did to Braden? Now, mind you, Braden is like 190, and he's solid muscle. He's like a brick shit house. You know, sometimes he jokes around and he acts like he's going to throw a jab. And I'm like, Braden, I'm warning you. I went behind him and I put him in a full Nelson. And I was like, get out of it. I was flipping out and he couldn't get out of it. I said, now put me in it. I was like, 1, 2, 3. I got out of it. He didn't even know what hit. Whenever I hit the floor, he didn't even know how I got out of it. Then I tried to put him in the figure 4 and I couldn't figure it out.
Oh, like I remember so much of like the wrestling time when we would go like dress up. We dressed up like Sable. Sable was our fucking idol in wrestling. Yep. With the fucking pleather. Yeah. We wore pleather. Yeah. We actually met her. That was actually an amazing
But Shawn Michaels, he was our dude.
He was. He was.
As soon as we heard that, I'm just a sexy boy. Sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. Boy toy. Love it.
I fucking love that man.
Yeah.
And I cried when he had to leave for a little bit because he had to get like knee surgery. I was crying because he was crying. I'm like, no.
He actually had an injury. Now, if you see him, he looks really old and he's kind of like cross-eyed because he had like an injury, maybe like a neck or a head injury. So when I watch like the documentaries now and he talks, I'm like, oh my God, he's just like.
Yeah. I remember I stayed up late at night for the specific match. It was like the last one too. I had school the next day. It was him and Psycho Sid. I stayed up. I wanted to watch it, and I couldn't go to your mom's house because obviously it was a school night. So she paid for it for me to watch it at home while you guys were watching it over there. And I stayed up all night just to watch that. And I feel like after that was when he retired, I think.
Yeah.
But that was iconic.
To me, the most iconic match was Mankind versus Undertaker.
Oh my God! Match.
I will never.
Or when they did the Buried Alive.
Yeah, that's the one I think I'm talking about. Where Mankind was like bleeding. He was like slamming him on tacks and everything. That to me goes down.
I stopped watching wrestling after 2005. I want to say 2006 when Chris Benoit killed himself and his family, then himself. They tried to blame it on that he was taking steroids and it made him cuckoo, and all the hits to the head with the steroids
like
caused him to go cuckoo. But I don't think that was it. That was just a cover up, I feel. But since then, wrestling is not the same. They don't hit with the chairs like they used to. Like they actually like tap. Like you could tell so fake now. And I hate it. Like it's not. I just stopped watching. I lost interest. But I was such a big fan just because I met them when I was only like. How old was I? 3?
You were 3.
3 years old, and they watched wrestling. And after that, forget it. That was just a thing. Like, I didn't just watch it on Monday nights. We watched it Sunday nights because they used to do Sunday Night Heat.
Mm-hmm.
We watched it Saturday when it was SmackDown. We would watch,
Monday Night Raw.
Monday Night Raw, and then there was one on Fridays, I think.
We were obsessed. I think
we were
I
obsessed.
was obsessed from like 1984 to like 2000, and then after that, I really kind of like stopped watching it.
Yeah.
And even though like a lot of it is staged and it's rehearsed, there's still athletes, and they still get hurt. I remember watching the pay-per-view event when Owen Hart was coming down from the ceiling and watching it live when all of a sudden the camera shifted and you could hear him hit the turnbuckle.
It was so bad. Yeah. It was so bad.
Stone Cold got like pile drived and he like broke something in
his neck. I remember that they had to take him out with the thing. Yeah, there were so many things that happened on there. I wasn't watching because there was a match that Rey Mysterio had, and he did his little flippy thing that he does, and the guy hit the rope like this, and the guy died.
Oh, no.
The guy died. He took a break after that, but I was like, it must have been so hard to come back after that, because you think that you killed them. Like,
you feel guilty.
Oh, my God.
I mean, I know, like, no, wrestling's fake, and it's like, man, if you stepped a day in their shoes and you trained like they trained, you should respect them because they're athletes.
Hell, Shawn Michaels used to do push-ups on a bar upside down. His legs would be in the air, and he's like fucking just... I was like, what?
I remember you were a Shawn Michaels fan before me because I used to like the Rockers, Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels, until Shawn Michaels threw him into the barbershop glass.
I remember that.
And then I'm like, oh, I don't like him anymore. But then it's like, that lasted like 6 months. I was like, okay, I'm jumping on the wagon.
Yes.
The bandwagon.
As soon as his song would come out, I know I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I'm like, woo!
Those were the days.
But I liked a lot of like people that people wouldn't like. Like, I loved Bam Bam Bigelow. I thought he was fucking awesome with his bald head and just...
So, till this day, my husband, when I start acting up like I'm gonna wrestle, he calls me Superfly Jimmy Snuka because of like my frizzy hair. And I'm like, no, I'm Macho Man. I'm like, ooh, yeah.
Oh my God, Macho Man was another one that I loved.
He
Razor
died.
Ramon.
He died of a heart attack and he crashed into a tree.
Oh, when was this?
I don't know.
Why did I hear
watch that WWE special. They have it like on
A&E.
A&E.
I loved Macho Man. Yep. How he got married like 27 times on TV.
Yep.
He Razor
was
Ramon.
Really married to Elizabeth.
Was he?
And I think in real life, and
oh yeah, the two people they were with, they weren't with them. Like how on wrestling, they were like two.
But I think if I'm not crazy, he was really married to her. But then she went with Lex Luger. Oh. And everybody knows how big Lex Luger was. He was one of the biggest dudes.
So was British Bulldog. Okay, I loved him.
Yeah, but listen, when Lex Luger was talking in the documentary, he was like your size. I was like, who the fuck is that?
Well, that's all the steroids they were taking.
Oh, but like was blown up.
Yeah, they were taking all back in the 90s. If his steroids was a thing.
You need to see him. He's like a little piece of a shell of a man. You wouldn't even recognize him.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, there's so many like that I can keep naming. The Clown, Doinky the Clown. I thought he was awesome when he would pop up out of nowhere, especially at the Royal Rumbles. I'm like, yes!
Yokozuna.
He died.
He died in a hotel of a heart attack.
Yep.
Do you know that he wasn't even like Samoan?
He wasn't?
No, I'm sorry. He was Samoan. He wasn't even Japanese.
But he wasn't Japanese, like the sumo wrestler.
Right.
What? That's crazy. Mm-hmm. Like, that's just crazy because they played their parts so well. Like Goldust, when he's like, Goldust.
There was beef between Vince McMahon and Bret the Hitman Hart because a match was supposed to play out the way it was supposed to play out, and at the last minute, he pulled Shawn Michaels aside and told him to pin him or whatever the case may be. Yeah, there was some serious beef.
Oh.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, and I watched one of the shows, and they talked about how Shawn Michaels, like, no one liked him backstage.
No, I guess
because he was like a jokester. He never took shit serious, and people didn't like that. Like, they were like, he was an asshole.
Yep.
I still liked him.
China died.
Oh my God, yeah, she
I'm
died.
trying to think of who else.
And she was another one that was, I think, taking steroids.
Paul
because she was
Bearer died
huge.
for real.
Oh, I loved him. Was my Undertaker. That shit was, oh, never forget. Like those memories, like bring me back to my childhood.
Roddy
love
Piper
it.
died.
Damn, so they're all gone then, most of them, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I know Triple H is still young, so he's still there.
He ain't young.
But compared to all the other ones,
Oh.
well, obviously The Rock is probably the younger version.
Hulk Hogan.
And John Cena.
Hulk Hogan's still alive.
He's still alive. He was awesome. I used to love watching just ripped shirts and shit.
He's still alive, dealing with his sex tape scandals.
His wife shaving his back. She used to get in the shower with him to shave his back. Because I watched the reality TV show that they had going.
I asked my husband if he would dress up as Hulk Hogan so I could dress up like Macho Man with all the flakos and stuff.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
Yep.
Oh man, wrestling was definitely a big thing in our life. It took up most of our childhood.
I loved it.
Me too.
That was my
Me
novella.
too. And then I got my son
entertainment.
into it, but then I stopped watching it, and he was, since the age of 2, he was he had a Spider-Man that was his size, and he would flip it and watch wrestling and everything. He's older, but he don't watch it no more.
Do you know what's funny is my brother Tito, everybody used to call him T. Mm-hmm. When I was born, he didn't know how to say my name. And my dad would say Didi, and he would get confused.
DDT.
Yes. So he used to call me DDT. For the longest.
That's awesome. But yeah, I'll never forget that. He would come but then Tito would come mess it up. Sometimes we'll be watching and he'll start messing with it. We're like, come on, stop!
Yeah.
He's putting us in a fucking headlock.
I'm saving that full Nelson. If I was ever to defend somebody in a fight, I'm not scratching and grabbing hair. You're going in a full Nelson. I don't care. I just got to make sure I pee before I get into a fight because that's gonna be a problem. That's gonna be a problem.
Put something to lift everything up so you're put those wrestling panties on.
Double it up too fast.
People, can you imagine?
People are gonna be like,
wrestling panties on. We're gonna look like Luna, the viejita that used to wrestle. She would come in there all fucking everything hanging, but she didn't give a fuck. She still wore her wrestling panties.
I'm not letting go of the grip. I don't care if somebody's gonna be like, clean up in aisle 4, please. I will take you down.
I don't know, but she's been having some aggravation lately. I don't know who she's trying to take it down on, but be careful what you say.
It's the youngsters, like my son Brayden. He don't know. He doesn't know.
You got you don't know me.
No, he don't know my history.
Mm-hmm.
If he wasn't so heavy, I'd tombstone him. Anyways.
I still would love to meet any of them that are still alive. I would love to meet The Undertaker. Because I feel like I never got to meet him. I never got to meet Shawn Michaels either.
He's one of the most beloved ones, The Undertaker.
But Undertaker went so many years winning fucking the Royal Rumbles. Was it Royal Rumbles?
Probably.
I can't remember what it was now.
Who knows? We watched 2 decades worth of it. We can't remember all of it.
We got Alzheimer's.
The very first one I watched was Caesar's Palace. And I think it was WrestleMania.
Oh, it was so beautiful.
Yeah. Yep.
I remember that one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. Well, it's WrestleMania that he won. All the WrestleManias. He had 10-0 or 18-0. I forgot how many. It was a bunch of them at that point. I lost track, all right? Because I stopped watching after, I want to say 2006 was when I stopped. But, yeah. That was definitely a big thing in our lives, for sure. You guys are going to hear a lot of shit from us because there's a lot of things that brought joy to us in our childhood.
You know what brings joy to me? When somebody's standing at the end of the bed and you can just run and suplex them, but they don't get hurt because they land on the mattress.
Yeah, Tito used to do that shit.
Yeah. All right, I'm done.
We're dying. I'm dying. It's hot. So I'm going to end it. I hope you guys were entertained this episode. I know that I had fun this episode. It's so much fun talking about like the past.
Oh, I love it.
And just talking about,
makes my heart flutter.
Yeah, me too. And not only that, but it's okay to talk about like what's going on in trending, but I know you guys are going to get so bored of that already. So I think for next episode, I'm definitely not going to talk about anything that's trending. We're going to make it fun. I'm not going to say what we're doing, but we're going to make it fun because you guys deserve it. And I want to thank all of you guys for sharing our video and always coming through and supporting us. And for all you new viewers, hello, welcome.
Hi.
I appreciate you guys joining the club. And yeah, so thank you for joining us, and I think we'll see you guys, not I think, and we will see you in the next episode.
Peace out, homies.
See ya.